Hey everybody, Mark again here, WeatherMan Plus. Good evening. How y'all been doing today? Hope you're having a blessed day today. God bless every single one of you. It looks like so far we're missing these cyclones, so that is a blessing in disguise. We do have updated information. I will show you the National Hurricane Center as well as the Euro and the GFS. But we're showing some different things now, and I need to go over what we see so you can see what I'm talking about. Let me go ahead and start it off. I got it off kind of fast so you can see what's going on with the motion. What you're looking at is Paulette here and Renee back here. Now, as you watch it go pretty fast, it's a 10-meter run, of course. You notice that Renee shoots up. It gets stuck in a high pressure because there's actually two high pressures here, and there's a ridge right in the middle that is able to suck it up. So that's a good thing. That's what pulls it up. I'll show it decimates Paulette. She goes away. And then we have another one that forms down here and shoots north. And this is already tropical storm strength. It's 40-something miles per hour. But we're already getting to the 15th. So it's about a week away. It's getting a little too far of information. So this is really about as far as you go with being somewhat accurate versus what's past this. But this would be another tropical storm come off. And then we show another one here that does form up. And it gets really powerful to hurricane strength. But this one shoots north. Now, this is a GFS run. I'll get back to this in just a second to show you what the outcome is, because after this is really debatable. Now, this is official from the National Hurricane Center. This is a 2 p.m. Eastern Time update. The next one is at 8 p.m. The disturbance has a 70% chance coming off of Africa. Tropical wave is forecast to emerge off the west coast of Africa on Thursday. Gradual development is expected once the system moves over water, and a tropical depression is likely to form late this week or over the weekend while the system moves generally westward across the eastern tropical Atlantic. Renee is at 1,001 millibars, 40 miles an hour. Paulette is at 995 millibars, is at 65. It's not quite a hurricane yet. And then when the disturbance that we have over the east coast, it's an area of low pressure. It's located about 350 miles southwest of Bermuda. Shower and thunderstorm activity is associated with this low. It has decreased since this morning, but could increase again tonight. Gradual development of the low is possible during the next 2 or 3 days, and it could become a tropical depression while it continues to move slowly westward to west-northwestward. Interest along the southeast coast of the U.S. should monitor the progress of this disturbance for sure. Now, that's the official from the Hurricane Center. Now, this is your GTPS. I'm going to show you a few models to show you what we can all compare to. This one only goes to 240 hours away. Now, what you're looking at here is you're looking at Paulette, and as you keep looking, you'll see Renee in the picture. This just goes forward. And these two confirms that it does shoot north into the ridge. There's a high pressure on the west side of the Atlantic, and there's a high pressure on the east side of the Atlantic. But right in the middle, there's a ridge, and it's available to keep them going north instead of keep pushing them west. So that's a good thing. So we're not going to get none of these problems, guys. It really is going to go away. Now, we have the next system that shows up on the GTPS. It shows it up here, and this would be Sally, but it shows Sally going north. Now, the Euro shows Sally going west, so I'll show you that as well. But it shows Sally goes north, and whatever comes after Sally does get a western push, but it don't go further than that. It's 240 hours. Now, with the Euro, it shows that you have your Paulette. Okay, this is your Euro model up here, and then with your Paulette moves, you have your Renee behind it. Okay, and then Renee goes up and dies immediately. Paulette follows, and this is Sally right here. And this shows that Sally makes the western push, and then after Sally would be the next system, and the next system makes the northern push, Teddy, instead of Sally. So the GFS shows Sally goes up, Teddy shoots out, but the Euro shows Sally shoots out and Teddy goes up. So we have to see because they are conflicting, but either way, the Euro does show this low pressure system moving below Puerto Rico and moving over the islands towards the mainland. Now, if you look at the precipitation forecast, you can see that the heaviest is on this track. So this looks like it would be a western push, and a more southern start off of Africa would give it the worst case scenario for us because it will travel more west and won't get sucked up by this high pressures or go into this ridge. Now, having said that, let me slow this down just a little bit so you can finish running this model so you can see exactly what's going to happen with this thing. Have it zoom in really fast. Now, here's the rest of what we've been waiting to see, and this is so far the update so far. But like I said, anything past this is questionable. Now, the orange and the red you see is the 50s and 60s. That spike of yellow would be the hurricane force, and I'll show you that when it gets closer because it has it brighter when it gets closer to Florida. And you can see how far the date is. It's already on the 19th. It's already crazy days away, but the information has changed, and the first few days confirms on different models that we're not going to see any of those cyclones, so don't worry about them. They are going to go away. Now, I'll show it. It goes towards Tampa, and then it starts getting really strong right before it moves into Tampa. And the strength that you're looking at is 88 right there. Let me zoom in where we can see. And this is towards Tampa, and it just where it showed earlier as well. It didn't show another place. It showed right near Tampa. And then right before it weakens, so let's run it one more time. I want to get the most intense part possible. It probably gets a little stronger than that. But that's 89 miles an hour going towards Tampa. That's just what we show for now. Like I said, this is subject to change. But I do show it is doing a curve, and instead of going through Florida or through the country, it's going through Florida towards the East Coast. And it's still a tropical storm at this point. Okay, 40 miles an hour. So that means since this is so far away, there's a good chance that it could curve through the island and then curve back out to the Atlantic. But like I said, we wouldn't really know the date until we get a little bit past these next few days. After those go, I mean, really, we're already on the 15th right here. I really don't know which one is which. The Euro is showing one model. The GFS is showing another direction. But this is what I'm showing from this so far. All I can do is show you the data. So please don't freak out and say, oh, it's so far away. Look, I said it a few times. It is far away data, so we just take it with a grain of salt, guys. But we do need to know every bit of possibility. Wouldn't you agree? Now I want to read to y'all Hebrews 5:7 through 6:3. You back it up so y'all can see the full run of all the models as they come. That way you can see everything with them. This is Paulette. This is Renee. For every high priest taken from among men is appointed in behalf of men over the things pertaining to God, that he may offer gifts and sacrifices for sins. He is able to deal moderately with the ignorant and erring ones, since he also is surrounded with his own weakness. And on its account he is obliged to make offerings for sins as much for himself as for the people. Also, a man takes this honor not on his own accord, but only when he is called by God, just as Aaron also was. So too, the Christ did not glorify himself by becoming a high priest, but was glorified by him who spoke with reference to him. You are my son. Today I have become your father. Just as he also says, just as he says also in another place, you are a priest forever, according to the manner of Melchizedek. Can someone please let me know in the comments? I'll look for the Melchizedek. It's Melchizedek. I was wondering what that was. If y'all can explain to me, please. In the days of his flesh, Christ offered up supplications and also petitions to the one who was able to save him out of death, with strong outcries and tears. And he was favorably heard for his godly fear. Although he was a son, he learned obedience from the things he suffered. And after he had been made perfect, he became responsible for everlasting salvation to all those obeying him. Because he has been specifically called by God a high priest according to the manner of Melchizedek. Concerning him, we have much to say and hard to be explained, since you have become dull in your hearing. For indeed, although you ought to be teachers in view of the time, you again need someone to teach you from the beginning the elementary things of the sacred pronouncements of God. And you have become such as need milk, not solid food. For everyone that partakes of milk is unacquainted with the word of righteousness, as he is a babe. But solid food belongs to the mature people, to those who through use have their perceptive powers trained to distinguish both right and wrong. For this reason, now that we have left the primary doctrine about the Christ, let us press on to maturity, not laying a foundation again, namely repentance from dead works, and faith towards God, the teaching on baptisms and the laying on the hands, the resurrection of the dead, and everlasting judgment. And this we will do if God indeed permits. Amen. So God bless you all today. I hope you all have a great afternoon and a great rest of y'all day. And this is the information I have so far. So this is what we're seeing. We'll see what happens tomorrow. The next update is at 8 p.m. I don't see much of a change except the percentage for what comes off of Africa on that area of watch. So I will be uploading again tomorrow. But y'all have a blessed day, and I appreciate y'all for watching.